Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Greenbar Trading. So this morning was kind of boring. The momentum this morning, not that great. I started the day out with very specific rules. These rules are with me every day, but today in particular, there's one thing that I am not doing as well as I could be doing. And I think a lot of traders struggle with this as well. It's keeping the losses small, keeping your red days as small as possible. This is so key. It's so much easier to recover a small loss. Let's just say, for argument's sake, $100. Now, it's all relative to your account size, etc. Let's just say, $100 is your max loss. Well, that's a lot easier to recover than not listening to your rules and losing, $400, $500, $1,000. It's a lot easier to recover the small red days. So anyway, behind the camera, I always have my notes for the day, the stocks I'm watching, and the things that I really want to focus on. And today was to focus on keeping the losses small. It's just so important, to everyone. Any beginner, intermediate, advanced, any trader, it's so important to just keep those losses small. Now, the market this morning, the overall market, what was it like? Well, being at my computer since about 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, watching the overall market, a little choppy. We were down, then we were up. All pre-market, the pre-market gappers were not strong this morning at all. The top gapper at about 6 a.m., whatever it was, faded. New stocks started to pop up. They would give a little move and fade. It felt cold. Now, the Bitcoin stocks, well, those stocks were moving. Mara, Riot, BTBT, like all of those type SOS, all those type of stocks, they were moving pretty well. But I'm not interested in trading crypto. I don't trade crypto. So I'm just looking for those low float momentum stocks. So it was kind of cold. Now, and I'm going to share the screen with you guys in a second, but my day started where I was down almost to my max loss. And it was so frustrating to start out a Monday when, you're enthusiastic about the market, you want to see some, big gainers and some momentum. Well, it was ice cold. Took a couple trades, not bad trades. And I'll go over my losing trades with you. I traded very, very well today. So, I can't be upset with how I traded overall. Now, while I was down to just about my max loss, a couple of stocks started to pop up. We started to get into the 8:30, 9 o'clock, the 9:30 opening bell area. And I started to, dig my way out and did a very good job at it. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Before we get into it, and sharing the moneymaker, by the way, hit the thumbs up for the video trade recap. It helps the channel grow, all that other stuff. Now, for those of you that are looking at my hair, this is what a father of two little girls looks like in the early morning hours when I've been up since 4 a.m. It is what it is. So deal with the hair. So why would I be almost shutting this off? Okay, so back to sharing the screen. here we are. The three ticker symbols that I'm going to go over with you are the three down here. So XBio, we're going to go through in detail because it was my bigger loss for the day. And I think I was actually down almost $50 on this, which, you know, brings me to my max loss. I like to try to keep around $75. So that brought me to just about there, about 66% of the way there. Now, time and staff. These started to pop up, especially staff there later on, took advantage. But we'll get into the trades here in a second. Let's start by looking at XBio. Now, this stock, if you can look down here on the 5-minute, yesterday, Friday, gave a pretty good move, over 100% move for the first about an hour and a half of the trading day. So this stock, I know, is on a lot of people's, you know, radar. But look at this. After giving these moves up to 370, the drop 50 cents. Well, up to 4, the drop to 340. That's called choppy. Now, it's also why I like to scalp, you know, getting in and getting out quickly. But if we look at this on this, a little bit of a bigger screen for you guys, we're going to dial in how I lost money. So at 7 a.m., that's when the news started to come out on this catalyst, whatever it may have been. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it did have a catalyst. I like to trade stocks that have catalysts. Now, also on my notepad behind me is to take it slow. It says at 7 a.m., you're eager to trade, and it's burnt me a couple of times this past week. And I'm just going to move this a second. It's burnt me a couple of times in the past week by jumping in too early and not letting the move, you know, show me that it's going to stick around. Well, I didn't jump on this at 240. And in 15 minutes, we ripped up almost $2 a share. Okay. Very, very frustrating. But this is my game plan. It was my game plan going into today. I was going to, you know, be as patient as possible. Don't have to trade something when my platform opens up like a madman, even though I'm eager and I want to trade right when my platform opens up. So what do? I wait until it pulls back. I wait until it pulls back to the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA did not give this any type of support whatsoever. And this first loss was a, you know, decent sized loss. I think it was about 30 something dollars. And then I tacked on another, what is that? $11? Another $11 here to bring it down to about $47. Very frustrating, all before 7:30 in the morning. So I gave myself 20 minutes to not jump on anything, thought I was doing the right thing, wasn't, and we didn't get the move that, you know, I thought we were going to get. You know, a continuation. So anyway, that was the way that I started out this trading day. Now over here, it started to curl up. Now I just want to change this color because these are my intraday lines. So whenever you see one of these, you know, lighter color lines, those are intraday important levels. Well, we had that at $3.50 on XBio. When I saw it basing out and starting to curl up, that's when I got interested for the break of 350. By the way, this was, one of the top gappers. All the stocks I trade are going to be within the first, 2 or 3 top gappers. So I knew that we would see a little volume come in. It gave me that right here, as you can see, but it was only one green bar. Once I saw that the move, now something like this should have given us a move all the way up to VWAP. That's why I sold at 353. And these are key lessons to learn here. So I took a $9 win, bringing it to $35, $36, loss on the name. But look what happens after that move. Now, this is key. When something breaks a key level like this, a little bit of a pivot point, when something breaks and you don't get that follow through, it could be detrimental and devastating if you don't see follow through. On the level 2, I noticed that the bids coming in were not plentiful as they could have been. So I sold really quickly on this one. I was in and out really fast, and I'm glad that I did. It dropped all the way to $3. This could have been, if you buy things, by the way, and you hold them because you see a little bit of a loss and you think that it's going to pop up, I implore all of you, please cut your losses. We are scalp trading these stocks. If the move does not happen because you're buying it for the scalp, you think that it's going to, move. This, I got in at 50 cent, 350. Well, I thought we were headed for 370, 380. When it didn't happen, you have to cut the trade there. So, and it's just so important to keep these trading losses intraday small losses, because if you just would have held this, you're now down $50 to $150 and taking a huge loss, which is just not what you want to do. I don't care if it bounces back. That is not the way to day trade. So anyway, that was that. Took back another 9. This was my loss on the day. Now, my other 2 stocks, Staff starts to pop up. Now, Staff is a stock that I've traded before, and this stock has a low float, which I love. I love to trade a stock that only has, I think it was 8 million shares, which will give you these dramatic 1-minute candles. And this is the type of trading that I really like. But once again, you have to be fast with it. Look at this last trade here. I got in at 360, above the 9 EMA, and I got out at 363. And we sold off. Now we're trading at $2.90. You have to be fast. And this is what I mean about a colder market. These moves were not holding up. And just going to take a sip here. When you don't see moves holding up, dial back share size, minimize risk. Bottom line, it was a little bit of a colder pre-market this morning. Now, right here, I did have some good trades on it. So bought at 370, sold at 384. Now, that was a good exit. Selling here at 384 was a very good exit, because all we did was sell off after that. And, watching level 2 and just not getting that follow through on something that you would expect to break that level there, and it doesn't happen, that's when you just have to cut the trade. Now, I was in profit, which was fine. I could have held, but I'm glad I didn't, because look at that. It dropped in the very next candle. It dropped 86, 30 cents. A 30-cent drop in a 1-minute candle when a move does not give you what it should give you, and that is to break this level of 388. It didn't. I sold at 384 and we ripped down. So, made $20 on the name, not life-changing money, but traded the right way. And then now that brings me to time. This trade was taken off of the open right here at 9:30. This is what I normally do. So I'll have the top 5 pre-market gappers all on separate screens, so I can see which charts are moving, where the volume is, where the day traders are pushing that money in the first minute, the first 2 minutes. Now, when I take trades like this is for the same minute or a 2-minute trade, and then I'm out. And that's exactly what I did here. So I saw the push off 9:30. We dropped down a little bit, had a nice bounce right here. And this is at 9:30. So we had a nice bounce off VWAP. And then once we broke the 9 and held the 9, which is right here, well, that's all the confidence that I need to take a high probability scalp trade. So I got in at $1.80 and I sold at $1.85 with 300 shares. It's not a huge win. It's only $15. So I added to my already profitable trading on this ticker symbol. But this was just done during the market hours. And then once again, the move did not hold up. That's why you want to be very, very quick with these stocks. So I got in here same minute and sold probably 15 seconds, maybe 10 seconds later. Momentum trading, being an accuracy trader, if the move does not go immediately, then I'm wrong. I'm wrong, let's say 4 times out of 10, and I cut the trade either for a break even or try to keep it as small as possible. So that's what I did here. That was a decent trade off of the open. And, it was on our high of day momentum scanner as well. So while I always have that running, I'll show you right here. This scanner is always running, and BTBT is at the top of it. That's a Bitcoin stock. Bitcoin had a great move, a nice recovery over 30,000, and now up to whatever it was this morning, almost 39,000. A very, very good move. So that's it, guys. I have to say, for such a small amount of money, it feels like a very, very big win today, because I was down to about 70% of my max loss to start the day out, and we finished up $27 roughly. So, we didn't see as much momentum as we would have liked. I wanted today to be a really, really nice day. Unfortunately, I took what the market gave me. I could have went in with bigger shares on that trade off of the open. I could have went in with bigger shares on the staff trades, but the moves did not hold up. So it wouldn't have been wise to do that. If the market seems cold to you, that should be the first thing you ask yourself in the morning. What does the market feel like to you? If you're trading momentum, is there a lot of momentum? Do you see a lot of big moves? And if you see the big moves, are the moves holding up? That would be a hot momentum market. Well, this morning, other than crypto, there really wasn't anything to be excited about. So I feel like I minimized my risk. I traded well. I traded with, decent moves, and I got out of stocks quick before they tanked. So if the move didn't go my way, I was quick to end it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the recap. Hit the thumbs up for me. It helps the channel continue to grow. I appreciate every one of you. And thanks for watching. I'll see you back tomorrow with a new video. Everybody take care.